today I'm going to be filming my top favorite products of 2016. I cannot believe 2016 is already over. I quickly just want to say the products that I'm showing are my personal favorites. There might be some products in here that some of you might absolutely hate, but these were just things that I really enjoyed. And also some of the products that I'm showing aren't products that got released or launched in 2016. It's just when I started gravitate to using them more often throughout the year. So without further ado, let's get straight on into the video. So I have about 2 products from each category. So I'm first off going to start with primers. So the first one is the Body Shop Skin Primer Matte It, and it's just in this little tube. And it's just a really good primer. It doesn't really look like I've used a lot, but I promise I use it quite a lot. It gives a matte finish, so if you have oily skin, I definitely recommend trying it out because it is a matte primer, so it doesn't mattify your skin and really matte down all the oils, and obviously keeps your foundation lasting a really long time because it is a primer. The other one that I have isn't actually a primer, but it's something that was raved about in 2016. There were so many people using it, and it is the Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm. And obviously a lot of people will know about this. As I said, it was raved about in 2016. Everyone was using it, and I think the awesome thing about it is it is so affordable, but it actually does help keep your makeup lasting longer. And that is because the first ingredient in it is glycerin, and glycerin is awesome to keep your makeup sticking to it because it is a sticky type of base. So when you put something on top of glycerin, it lasts a lot longer. It's 100 mils as well, because obviously it's not a primer, so it's going to have more product than your average primer, and primers are not cheap and you only get about 30 mils. So this one is amazing. If you're looking for something that will help keep your makeup lasting longer and that's affordable, I definitely recommend trying this out. The next category is foundations, and I'm going to start off with the drugstore one, and it is the L'Oreal True Match, and mine's in the shade Golden Ivory. Again, this is very well known. It's very popular back a couple of years ago on YouTube. It was talked about a lot and then it kind of died off a bit, but I've still really been enjoying it. It's probably my go-to foundation, especially because it is quite affordable. It's not super cheap, but it's definitely a lot more affordable than some of your high-end ones, and I think it's just as good as some of the high-end ones that I've tried out. It is probably medium coverage, I would say, but it is quite buildable. It doesn't really look cakey on your skin at all. It gives a very flawless finish to your skin, and that's why I love it. The other one that I've been really enjoying for 2016 is the Clinique Super Balanced Makeup. I know they recently came out with one that was a matte finish, but I think it's like a silk type of one, something like that, whereas this is just the original Super Balanced. I've been using this foundation for quite a while, and I've really enjoyed it. I probably started using this foundation in 2015, and I enjoyed it throughout then, and 2016 I continued to enjoy it. And mine is in the shade 03 Ivory. It is also oil free, so if you have oily combination skin, you'll still be able to use this and not have to worry about excess oil on your face. And also the coverage of this foundation is again probably medium, but it is still quite buildable. The next product I have is concealer, and this is the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Concealer. I have so many of these because I absolutely love them, and I'm worried they're going to discontinue it and I won't have any more and I'll be heartbroken, so I always make sure I have a few of these in my makeup stash. It has 11 mils in it, and I think they're about $12. They're somewhere around there, which isn't too bad for an 11 mil concealer. I know the Revlon concealer is like 7 mils and it's $23, which is absolutely crazy for a drugstore concealer. But then again, Revlon is pretty pricey for drugstore. But yes, this is the CoverGirl one. It's in the shade Light. I have quite a lot of problems trying to find a concealer that is light enough for my under eyes. It's probably one of the only concealers that I go back to use underneath my eye area to cover dark circles or redness or whatever, because it's really good coverage and it is very fair, so it covers everything. And it is amazing. I definitely recommend it. Moving on to powders, I actually have 3 different ones to show you guys. I absolutely love powders. Because I do have oily combination skin, I always use powders when I do my makeup, especially when I'm doing foundation, obviously. So I'm always trying out new powders and trying to figure out the perfect one. And I think I may have found the perfect powders that I have been enjoying through all of 2016. And the first one, which is the most affordable one, is the Australis Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powder in the shade Natural. So it just looks like that. I've talked about this on my channel many times. That is just the powder. It's also oil free and fragrance free, so it does really set your makeup in place and doesn't leave an oily finish at all. And it's good for traveling because it has a little mirror, and then it also comes with a little sponge. But this powder is amazing. It gives such a nice flawless finish to your face, really mattifies it, and for the price it is incredible. It's like $11 full price, but if you go to Priceline it's usually on sale, so you can get it for even cheaper, which is amazing. So I highly recommend this one if you live in Australia and you're looking for a really good affordable setting powder. The next one that I have is the Nude by Nature Natural Mineral Cover, and it's in light skin tones. They have a ton of different shades, but I'm obviously in light because I'm really fair. And it is a loose powder, which I'm not a fan of loose powders at all. I cannot stand them. They're way too messy. It always ends up all over my clothes, but I do really enjoy this one. It is amazing coverage for a loose powder. With loose powders, I never really find that they're that good of coverage, but this covers just like it's a pressed powder. It is incredible. It's really light on your skin because it is a powder. The only bad thing that I will say about it is pretty pricey. For a drugstore brand, it is pretty expensive. It is $39.95 full priced, which is pretty expensive, but I definitely think it is worth it. The last powder that I have is the Clinique Almost Powder Makeup, and mine is in the shade 03 Light, and it's SPF 15 as well. I've talked about this, I think, in my first ever video, which I'm pretty sure was my March favorite, so you can definitely tell that I have loved this product all throughout the year. This is the packaging. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's like green marble, which I think is so beautiful. I actually really love it. And then you open it up and it just comes with a little powder puff, and then that is the product in there. It looks really dark compared to my Nude by Nature powder, but it goes perfectly fine on my skin tone. It's also really good how it has SPF in it, because if you don't feel like using a liquid foundation which usually has your sun protection in it, then you can just use your powder because it has your SPF in it. Now moving on to bronzing or contouring, whatever. These are both bronzers, but I can manage to use one as a contour. So the first one is the Body Shop bronzing powder, and it's in the shade 04 Deep Matte. The packaging just looks like that, and the product inside just looks like that. As you can see, it has a honeycomb type of pattern on it. I've used this bronzer so much. It's my most used bronzer for sure, but the pattern is still there perfectly. It doesn't even look like I've used any of it, which I think is pretty cool. So it lasts a very long time, and it's a beautiful golden bronze color. And there's a few different shades. I know they have some shimmering ones, but I'm more into matte bronzers, so that's why I picked up this one. It is in the shade Deep, and as you can see, I'm quite fair, but it still looks fine on my skin. It's not really dark or really muddy looking, so yeah, I've really been liking that one. The next one that I have is the NARS Laguna bronzer. This is raved about a couple of years ago. Again, there's still people that love it now, but it was definitely one of my favorite bronzers other than the Body Shop one for 2016. I really love it. It's a beautiful bronze shade. It is actually quite similar to the Body Shop one, except this one has a little bit more of a grey undertone, whereas the Body Shop one is definitely more bronzy, but they're both a matte shade. This one kind of looks a little bit like it's satin. It has a little bit of a satin finish to it, but it's still really beautiful. And this is a product that I can get away with using it as a contour because it does have a little bit of a grey shadow to it, and because I am quite fair, I can use it to contour and it still looks okay. Now moving on to blush. Both the blush products that I'm showing you guys are both high-end, but I honestly love them so much. I'm only showing products that I genuinely love, so that is why there might be a few more high-end products than drugstore or vice versa. The first one is the Napoleon Purtis Cheek to Chic Duo in number 3. So this one here comes with two different shades. Has this really beautiful pinky pearly shimmery shade, and then this one down here, which is quite purple. But the reason why I love this little duo is because of this shade here. It is absolutely beautiful. It is definitely my favorite blush. I like it even more than the blush I'm about to show you guys, but it is so beautiful. It gives a nice rosy type of color to your cheeks, but because it does have a little bit of shimmer, it just makes your face look so glowy and healthy, and it's just absolutely beautiful. I'm not sure if they sell it by itself, like singular. I really hope they do, because I'll definitely be repurchasing it. But yeah, I've only ever really seen it in this little duo. So if you guys can get your hands on this duo, which is the Cheek to Chic duo in number 3, I highly recommend it, because this shade is absolutely beautiful on fair skin tones, and I think it will look absolutely stunning on deeper skin tones as well. So the other blush that I have, I think I've also talked about this on my channel before. I have a lot of products that I'm showing you guys that I've probably talked about on my channel before. That's because I genuinely love them all, so I'm obviously going to tell you guys about them throughout the year. But this is the Clinique Cheek Pop / Blush Pop in 03 Berry Pop. I just want to show you guys the beautiful pattern in it. I'm not really sure what flower this is, because I'm not really good with flowers, but it is so beautiful. And again, this imprint lasts so long. I've used this blush like all throughout 2016, and the flower print has lasted such a long time. Now I know it looks really bright and super intense and crazy, and I'm not really into them shades, but when you swatch it, it just gives a beautiful rosy pink. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's very natural, but it's also really buildable, and that is why I absolutely love this blush. I usually go for the Napoleon one if I want something a little bit more subtle and glowy. But if I want something that's a little bit more out there, I will tend to go to this one. Next, moving on to highlighters, I have the Balm's Mary Luminizer. Again, this one was talked about a lot. It is beautiful. It's a champagne type of color, as you guys can see, and it is very affordable for the quality of the product. It is very pigmented and looks stunning on pretty much any single skin tone. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's one of my favorite highlighters of all time. The next highlight that I have, which is pretty new to me, I only picked it up a couple of months ago, and I showed it in one of my hauls. It is the Physicians Formula Powder Palette Mineral Glow Pearls in Translucent Pearl. The packaging is just adorable. It has a little tiny pearl on there, but the highlighter itself is incredible. It is so crazily pigmented. It is absolutely gorgeous. Don't know if you guys can see that. It is so beautiful. Really glowy. If you want a very shimmery, very pearly highlight, this one is amazing. Again, it's Physicians Formula, so it is quite affordable. Moving on to eyeshadows, I have the Revlon Colorstay Quad in 545 Attitude. I'm not 100% sure if they actually make this anymore, but if they do, please go and buy it. It is incredible. I love it so much. I definitely use this the most out of every single one of my eyeshadow palettes and single eyeshadows and everything like that. It is amazing. The reason why I love it so much is because there are 2 brown matte shades, which are really nice in your crease. There's a light brown, and there's also a deeper brown, and there's also this little shimmery pink color, which looks so beautiful on your lid. So I like to put both of these in my crease and focus the darker color on my outer crease, or like the outer corner, and then the light pink all over my lid. And it looks so natural but so gorgeous at the same time. And yeah, absolutely love this palette. I really enjoy it. So the other eyeshadows that I use the most, it's like my second most used eyeshadows, is of course the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This again has been raved about. There's still heaps of people that enjoy it. I absolutely love it. It is so beautiful. The shades in this palette are absolutely beautiful. There's a bunch of matte shades and some shimmery shades. The majority of them are neutral and very wearable. And there's also like a purple shade, which is quite fun to play around with as well. It is about $72 here in Australia if you get it from Mecca Maxima, which that is pretty pricey, but then again, for the quality and the beautifulness of this palette, it is definitely worth it. Now moving on to eyeliner, I don't use eyeliner that often, but one that I've really been enjoying is the e.l.f. eyeliner actually. So it's so affordable, it's only about $4. I bought mine off iHerb, but you can also buy e.l.f. from Kmart. And this is just the e.l.f. Black Gel Liner. I think it's like the gel cream eyeliner. It doesn't sound it, but it's in the shade black, and it is really dark. Like that's the color of it there, and it comes up exactly that black. very, very pigmented and lasts a very long time. It doesn't smudge whatsoever. It is a gel liner, so it is quite easy to use, and yeah, it's just absolutely amazing. I will definitely be repurchasing this once I am finished with it. Then the last eye product that I have is mascara, and my favorite mascara for 2016 was the Clinique High Impact Mascara. I know a ton of people were raving about the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara that was incredibly hyped up for 2016. It is a really nice mascara, but this one was my favorite. I definitely like this one a little bit better. I think it's because the bristles on it are just really, really good. So as you can see, that is the bristles. It has a lot of mascara on it at the moment, so you can't really see, but it is a fiber bristle brush, which are definitely my favorite, and there's heaps of little tiny bristles, so it coats every single eyelash and makes your eyelashes look really voluminous and lengthened and just really, really nice. So that is the reason why the Clinique High Impact Mascara is my favorite mascara for 2016. Moving on to eyebrows, I have one product that I've been loving for my eyebrows, and it is the Body Shop Brow and Liner Kit in the shade 02, which is the dark shade one. So you have a really dark brow powder and a lighter one. I obviously have very naturally dark eyebrows, so I do use the darker powder. I have been using this product since I was 13 years old. The reason why I was using it when I was so young is because when I was 13, a little situation happened with my eyebrows. I could do a story time on it one day if you guys like. But yeah, something bad happened to my eyebrows. It was really embarrassing. My mom even found it embarrassing, so she took me in to the Body Shop and got them to talk to me about it, and they recommended me this product to fill them in and try and fix them up. So I've been using this since I was 13. I'm now 18, so I've been using it for 5 years. This obviously isn't the same one because that would be a little bit gross, but that's how much I love this product. I keep repurchasing it. Now the second last category, which is probably one of my favorites, is lips. So I have a lipstick, a lip gloss, and a liquid lipstick. I'm going to start off with the lipstick type of theme, and this is the Clinique Chubby Stick, and it's in 07 Super Strawberry. I only have a mini size of it, but it has lasted so well. I use this so often. It's my most used lip product, and there are still a lot of products, like as you can see it's gone down a little bit, but there's still heaps in there. Very beautiful rosy pink color. If I just feel like putting a little bit of a lip color on, I will go to this, but you can also build it up to make it a little bit more intense as well, but it doesn't get really opaque like an actual lipstick. Now moving on to liquid lipstick, my favorite one is actually the Too Faced Melted Chocolate Liquefied Longwear Lipstick in Chocolate Cherries. One reason why I love this is because it smells just like the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palettes. It smells just like chocolate, so when it's on your lips you can smell it, and it smells really nice. And the formula of it is really creamy as well. It isn't drying whatsoever. I'm very picky when it comes to liquid lipsticks because I hate them when they're drying. This isn't a matte one, so it's obviously not going to be as drying as a matte liquid lipstick. This is also a beautiful color. It's like this deep berry burgundy color, which is actually very wearable. It looks so beautiful in the autumn time, in the winter time, but you can also get away with wearing it in the summertime as well because it's not super opaque. It still has a little bit of a sheerness to it. The last lip product that I have is a lip gloss, and this is the Maybelline lip gloss in 200 Knockout Pearl. This is definitely my most used lip gloss. It really does make your lips look really juicy and plump, which is what I love about it. Obviously that's a massive trend for 2016, was having really big lips. I didn't go and get lip injections done because I'm just not that into having bigger lips, but when I felt like having a little bit more plump lips, I would tend to use this because it is very shimmery and highlighting, so when the light hits it, your lips look really juicy and plump. Now finally, the last two products that I have are kind of makeup setting sprays, but they're kind of not. They're not actually makeup setting sprays, but I use them as that because they tend to work really well, surprisingly, which is awesome because they're very affordable as well. So the first one is the Body Shop Vitamin E Face Mist, and this says it instantly refreshes and it's a moisture boost. And it does say on here you can use it to set your makeup, And the reason why I use this is because if you have oily skin, you tend to stay away from dewy foundations because obviously it just makes your face look even more oily. But I've really been enjoying a dewy type of finish to my skin lately, and I've never really found what could give me that dewy look without making me look extremely oily. But this has definitely been a thing that I've been using that has helped me get that dewy, healthy type of look without looking oily at the same time. So yeah, I've really been enjoying that one. And the other one that I have is the Sukin Hydrating Mist Toner. So as it says, it is a mist toner, but again, I use this to set my makeup because it gives a dewy type of finish, takes away all the powderiness, and still keeps my makeup lasting a really long time. And both of these products have rose water in it, so they're very, very soothing on your skin, and they have a really nice, gentle, floral type of fragrance. So that is it for my top favorite products of 2016. I am so out of breath because I've tried to film this video quite quickly, as I have to do something after this. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and also if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I also just want to quickly say thank you guys so much for supporting me in 2016. It honestly means the world to me, and I love you all so much. So hopefully 2017 is just as amazing, and I have my social media links down below as always. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, as I already said, and I'll see you all in my next one.